Welcome back to the session on Introduction to Research and Research Methodology. So far we have discussed many aspects related to research. Now we will discuss in detail what all are the applications of research in social and business sciences. As I have mentioned, research is applicable everywhere. Particularly we will discuss what all are the applications of research in social sciences and the business organization. As I have said, the main function of the management or decision making is the essence of management. For taking effective, quick, timely decisions or correct decisions, research is needed in every functional area of the business. So first we will discuss about what all are the applications of research in social sciences. We'll start with the public policy and governance. How most of the government policies are framed on the basis of sound empirical research, and how the governance is followed with the help of the research activities. We will discuss under each heading. I'll just give you one or two examples to talk about the applications of research in social science area. One is policy development. Empirical research, that is data-based research, provides data and insights that help the policy makers to develop effective and evidence-based public policies. Such policies will definitely address various social issues such as poverty, to thoroughly analyze what is the prevailing situation in the country related to poverty, how to reduce. Strategies will be formulated on the basis of the research study carried out. Education, most of the educational reforms are developed on the basis of thorough research. We will discuss education research separately as a separate topic further. Healthcare, many the healthcare research studies are carried out to study the prevailing medical facilities and whether they meet the requirements of the present requirements or not. All those things will be conducted. Research on crime, lot of research is done on this particular area as well. So these all will come under policy development. So most of the research studies are carried out to develop effective and evidence-based public policies. So this is one thing. Not only that, even for evaluating various government schemes and programs, research is carried out. The studies which are carried out to evaluate the effectiveness and efficiency of government schemes or government programs and interventions, ensuring that they achieve their goals and identifying the areas for improvement. Like for example, Karnataka government, it has given many freebies, the different schemes. How effective are those schemes and what all areas of improvements are there in those schemes, what must be modified, etc. So all such type of studies will be carried out. So this is all about public policy and governance. Next, we will discuss about research in the education. This is one of the common type of research study which is carried out to frame the educational reforms or educational policies. One best application of educational research is in the curriculum design. Nowadays, government of India, or you take the best example of NEP 2020, a thorough research is carried out and they have come out with a new education policy of 2020 which has got many benefits. So in that way, in order to design a curriculum, new curriculum, lot of research studies will be carried out. Such type of research will help in developing curricula which is most relevant to the industry requirements, or which is more inclusive and which is effective in meeting the diverse needs of the students. A curriculum must be developed in such a way that it should satisfy the requirements of different types of students, promoting better educational outcomes. This is one thing. And research is also carried out to know the effectiveness of the teaching methods. The studies which are basically carried out on the pedagogy and learning styles, which inform the adoption of teaching methods and enhance the student engagement, comprehension and retention, like how the teaching methodologies and styles to be used in order to enhance the engagement of the students in a classroom, and how we should make them more involved into the classroom and they must comprehend the information, and we must also look into that we must retain the receptivity of the students by using an effective pedagogy. If the research study is carried out to know all these teaching methods or teaching aids which are to be used, then such a research is called as educational research. Yeah. The next one is the research which is carried out on health and well-being. Government of India on a routine basis or regular basis, such type of healthcare research studies will be carried out, or well-being research studies. Public health initiatives, lot of initiatives are taken by the Government of India or state governments in order to protect the well-being or what we call the health of the general public. This type of research, it contributes to understanding health behavior and social determinants of health. How is the health of the public and the social determinants of health, guiding the development of interventions and policies to improve public health. This is one thing. And one of the major concern or issue which is faced by the society or our country is that mental health services. So this kind of research helps in identifying the social factors affecting the mental health, what are the reasons for the mental illness, and this informs creation of support systems, what kind of support activities are required, like establishment of rehabilitation centers or counseling centers, etc. Yeah, so for treatment of such illness tailored to different communities will be carried out through mental health services research. Yeah, so this is all about the health and well-being. Now for developing various economic reforms also, lot of research studies will be carried out. First we'll talk about the economic development. One best example of economic development research is the research which is carried out for poverty alleviation. So the research which identifies root causes of the poverty, why poverty is occurring, and how to evaluate the effectiveness of different poverty reduction strategies. So the government is taking many initiatives to avoid or to eliminate or to minimize the poverty, and to come out with some of the policies and programs which are aimed at improving the economic opportunities and improving the standard of living or living of the people. So this is what the poverty alleviation research study. Labor market analysis is one more example. Labor market analysis is a kind of a study which is carried out on employment trends. The studies which are basically carried out to know the employment trends, workforce development, job market dynamics. It helps in shaping the policies which promote job creation, which leads to fair wages policy, and to protect the rights of the workers. So these all are the different studies which are carried out pertaining to the labor market. And apart from that, even there are many more studies for economic development, like studying the income of the people and studying their spending patterns, studying their what is their discretionary income, disposable income, how much they are willing to spend, what is their status, how many members are there in the family, how many are earning, what is the household income. A lot of research studies will be carried out to know the position of a region or a state or a country. So these all are the economic development studies. Yeah, this is a very flourishing type of research, the research which is carried out for environmental sustainability. Such type of environmental sustainable research is climate change policy. Social science research provides insights into human behavior and societal impact related to climate change. This is one thing, supporting the development of policies and various initiatives to mitigate environmental damage. This is one thing. And the other one is resource management. Research management studies are the studies which informs sustainable practices in the management of natural resources. You know, business organizations or any institute, it will rely on various resources such as natural resources, renewable resources, non-renewable resources. The research which is carried out to know the shortage of the resources and how to manage them effectively. If the study is carried out, then such a research is called as resource management research. So these studies will ensure their preservation for future generation, which is called as environmental sustainable studies. Yeah, in detail we'll discuss once again all these things. This is one of the general research which is carried out on media and communication, influence of media. You know, This type of research is carried out to know the impact of media on the public opinion, like which media they prefer to read or watch, what is the behavior, media behavior of the people in designing effective communication strategies for public information campaigns. Like most of the campaigns are public information campaigns, what we call as social cause advertisements, which are run on the media free of cost, just to create awareness among the public. It could be related to protecting the environment or saving the tree or saving electricity, etc. Such type of campaigns will be run, or some of the preventional measure advertisements, like how to prevent ourselves from what we call tuberculosis, AIDS, etc. So such campaigns are called as public information campaigns. So research is carried out to know the media preferences of the public, like which type of media they prefer to watch or read or to view, and for developing effective communication strategies for public information campaigns and understanding the role of media in the society. One more type of research is digital literacy. The studies which are carried out on digital technology usage, how people they are becoming aware about the latest digital technology. Such type of studies guide efforts to improve digital literacy, to improve the digital literacy among the people and to bridge the digital divide. So for that reason, the digital literacy studies are carried out. So this is all about your social science research. Now we will discuss in detail how research is used in business studies or in business organizations. There are many examples of business research studies. We will start with the first one, that is market research. When the research is carried out to know the trends in the marketplace, like for example you take of first type of research is consumer insights. A lot of studies are carried out to know to gather the information about the consumers, like understanding the consumer behavior. Consumer research is a separate study which is basically carried out to study the behavior of the consumer. Who are our consumers, what they buy, when they buy, how frequently they buy, from where they buy, how they are using the product, who is using it, what role they are playing in the family. This is a detailed study which is carried out on the consumers, which is called as consumer behavior study. One more example of consumer insight information is preferences, collecting the preferences of the customer, which is called as preferences survey. Marketers are interested in collecting preferences of the customers, like whether our products or whether our brands are preferred over other brands or not. Why do they prefer our brands? If at all, if they are not considering our product for purchase, what is stopping them? That is what called as a preference survey. And the trends which help businesses tailor their products and marketing strategies to meet the customers effectively. This is one example. Apart from this, even competitive analysis is one more type of market research. Competitive analysis is studying all about the competition. Who are our close competitors? How are they? What are their products? What are their strategies? How much they are charging? What is their pricing strategies? What are their promotional strategies? Like what are their weaknesses? Because the competitors' weaknesses can be the strength for the company. So such a thorough SWOT analysis will be carried out about the competitors as well. Another type of study is market segmentation study. Market segmentation studies are the studies which helps in identifying distinct market segments. We have discussed in the previous semester in marketing management what is market segmentation and why it is carried out. So segmentation studies are the studies which are basically used to segment or divide the market. Identifying distinct market segments, allowing companies to target specific groups with customized offerings, enhancing market penetration and customer satisfaction. These all are the different types of segmentation studies. Enhancing market penetration is like what are the new segments where we can penetrate into with new type of offerings. How happy are our target customers, satisfaction surveys, what they feel about our products. Even apart from that, The behavioral studies will also be carried out, like what is the behavior of the customer after purchasing the product, which is called as post-purchase behavior. The other form of market research study is market segmentation study. So, lot of studies are carried out to identify the distinctive market segments, to know or to identify the profitable segments in the marketplace with specific target group of customers, to offer customized offering to them and to penetrate into new markets or to satisfy the targeted customers. For all these things, the segment research studies will be carried out. So these are some of the applications of research in the field of marketing. Coming to product development, as you know, most of the companies, they have R&D department, or they spend huge amount on R&D activities. They have a specific team for carrying out R&D activities. Their main job is to involve into the innovation, finding the new products, designing, finding new product ideas, designing the new products and launching of the new products. This is what their basic activity. The research studies which are carried out in the research and development, which leads to creation of new products and services, and these type of innovative products are introduced to keep the business in a very competitive position in the evolving markets. So a lot of research studies will be carried out to come out with new and innovative products which are not available in the marketplace, which are totally unique in nature and which are not offered by the competitors. So that is what a research called as innovation research. Apart from that, in product development, there are some other studies which are carried out, like concept testing or product testing. First I'll talk about concept testing. You know, in order to develop a new product, first the new product idea will be generated and the concept will be prepared on just a pen and paper. That developed concept will be tested among a set of sample respondents. Before actually developing the prototype or model of the product, the concept will be tested. Like for example, if the company wants to come out with a new wristwatch, they just write on the pen and paper like how will be the new model of a wristwatch, what should be the diameter of this watch, I mean how should be the belt, whether it should be analog or digital, everything, how should be the strap, quality of the strap, whether it should be a metal one or leather, everything will be written on pen and paper. That is what called as concept development and concept testing. Actually, even after producing the product will be tested on small set of sample respondents. That is what called as market testing of a product. Sample respondents will be called and the product will be given to them, and the testing of the product will be done. So before launching, these all activities are carried out. The products will undergo rigorous testing based on the research to ensure that they meet the quality standards and also they meet the expectations of the customers. So these are a few examples of the research studies which are carried out in the production department or product development department. Marketing strategy. In order to frame various strategies, lot of research studies will be carried out. I have just taken two type of such studies over here. One is advertising effectiveness studies. Advertising effectiveness studies are the studies which are basically carried out to study the effectiveness of the ad campaigns. Before airing the advertisement or before putting the advertisement into the media, the testing will happen. And after introduction of the advertisement, that is what called as post-testing, pre-testing and post-testing. After the advertisement is telecasted into the media, the advertisement will be tested. Why that is tested is to study the effectiveness of the advertisement, whether the campaign is creating the intended impression on the target customer's mind or not, that will be studied. Whether such campaigns are helping the business to optimize their messaging and media spend for better return on investment. So such studies will be carried out. There are many such studies. One more example of a marketing strategies study or research is pricing research. So in order to fix prices for the product, research is carried out to study the price perceptions of the customers, like how much we can charge for our products. Three different set of products will be charged and the samples will be provided to the customers, and their acceptance or approval will be studied. That is one example of the pricing study, pricing studies. Even for what do you call brand positioning studies, understanding the brand perceptions of the customers through research, which will help the company to position their brand effectively. How the brands are pursued by the target customers, what impression they have or they hold in the minds of the customer, whether they are the preferred ones or not, whether they like or not. So depending upon that, the brand positioning will be carried out. If the brand is not at the topmost position in the minds of the customer, then some repositioning strategies will be carried out to create or to give a new image to the brand. Repositioning will be done. So in order to differentiate our products or our brands from the competition, all such strategies will be followed. So these are few examples of marketing strategy research studies. Coming to the area of financial management, the main function of the finance department is to generate funds and to invest the surplus, investment decision and cash management. Lot of research is carried out in various aspects like investment decisions, risk management, cash management, etc. When we take example of cash management, from where we have to raise the cash, what are the sources available, at what rate we are getting, what are the sources available for raising the funds. A lot of research study will be carried out. This is for cash management. For investment decision, like all companies, they invest the surplus in different portfolio, which is the best portfolio for us, where we can invest, where will be the potential returns high. So that is what called as financial research, which aids in assessing the viability and potential returns on investment opportunities, guiding strategic financial planning and allocation of resources. This is one thing. One more is for risk mitigation, risk management. A lot of research is conducted, identifying the financial risk through research, which helps the company to develop the strategies to mitigate or to overcome various issues faced by the organization and to ensure the financial stability of the company. So these are some of the examples of the research studies in the area of finance. Coming to human resources, again in this area also a lot of research is done. One is the talent management. The research in human resource identifies effective recruitment. What all are the effective recruitment strategies which we need to follow in order to hire the well qualified or suitable people for various vacancies in the organization. How to conduct the training and development activities, how to retain the employees, what all are the retention strategies, because nowadays attrition rate is increasing, or how to retain the talented employee, what strategies we need to follow in order to retain the employees, what benefits they expect from the organization. All these type of surveys are carried out to frame the retention strategies, and all these type of research will ensure the business will attract the talented people or retaining the talented